undetermined coefficients. On this problem, we will guess or form a, a particular solution, and then we solve for the coefficient. So there are two things that's important here. The first thing, even though we look at the function on the right and we guess the form, but we always have to do the left hand side and so forth. The homogeneous solution first. We always have to solve for the homogeneous solution first. You'll see that on the next problem. But for now, let's find the homogeneous solution. So we'll have the homogeneous equation equal to 0, and the corresponding auxiliary equation is r squared minus r plus 289 equal to 0. We will solve for r, so let's use quadratic formula. We have negative 1 plus or minus b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. So we'll do that. We have 1 plus or minus over 2 square root of, I need a calculator for that. We're going to have 1 4 times 289. So that's negative 1155, and the square root of that is imaginary, but it's not anything nice and even. So we're going to keep that for now. Right. Now next we're going to go to guess the particular solution. We need a lot more space on that, so I'm going to write that here. Particular solution. We have sine 17t. By the way, every time, even when we just have sine or cosine, the guess solution always have to have both of the sine and cosine, because we have the derivative and the second derivative. Derivative of sine is cosine, derivative of cosine is negative sine. So we're going to need both. So just say a cosine of 17t plus b sine of 17t. Right. One more check. The solution that corresponding to 17t is going to be equal to, because this is cosine and sine, so it's going to be 17i plus or minus 17i, and there's no real part here, so it's going to be 0 plus or minus 17i, and that is going to be the solution that's corresponding to 17t. You'll see more of this in the next section, and then in the next problem, and then problem 26. But what we see here is the solution here and here are not the same, meaning that we don't have to do anything else. If those solutions are the same, then we have to multiply by some power of t. But we don't have to do that because those are not the same, which is good. So the rest is easy. We have the function. All we do is just take the derivatives. Once we have the derivatives, we can put it back into the original equation. All right. So this is the function. Now we will take the derivative. Get a little more room, so let's just write out a little bit. Derivative is going to be negative 17a sine of 17x plus 17b cosine of 17x, 17t. The second derivative, I don't know why I write the x here, sorry. Derivative of sine cosine, so 17 squared, that's going to be 289, I think. It is. So we have 289 a derivative of sine cosine, and derivative of cosine is negative sine, so I have negative 289 b sine of 17t. Right, then we substitute into the original equation, would mean this one. I mean the whole equation, not just the particular term. Right, so we substitute into that. First we have the second derivative. We're going to use the second derivative, which is negative 289 a cosine of 17t minus 289 b sine of 17t, and then minus, so that is the second derivative, and we don't need the parentheses for that, and then we minus the derivative will be negative 17 a sine 17t plus 17 b cosine of 17t. So that minus, so we have the second derivative minus the derivative, and then plus 289 times the original function will be a cosine of 17t and plus b of sine 17t. The right hand side will be equal to 17 sine 17t. Sorry, kind of tie space. All right, now if we multiply it out, the negative 289 cosine t, actually let's just multiply it out. We have enough room here. So just one equation on 3 lines here, negative 289 a cosine 17t minus 289 b sine 17t minus negative, so that's a plus 17 a sine 17t minus a plus, minus a positive is just minus 17b cosine 17t, and then we multiply 289 a cosine 17t and 289 b sine 17t equals 17 sine 17t. Right, that's a lot to cancel out. Those two, there's two, We cannot cancel the rest. Next, the undetermined coefficient. It says that the same type of function. Here you see the function is sine of 17t are the same as this 17t. If the function are the same, the coefficient must be the same. So we're going to have 17a equal to 17. Next, on the right hand side, we see the b cosine of 17t. We don't have that function on the, I'm sorry, there's no b in it. It should be just cosine of 17t, and there's no cosine of 17t on the right hand side, so that coefficient must match to 0. Obviously from here, from this two, we can say that a is going to be equal to 1 and b is equal to 0. Now we go back to the form of the particular solution, talking about this one, where we know that a is equal to 1 and b is equal to 0, so that's easy. We say so why this is a particular solution equal to, where a equal to 1, so we just have cosine of 17t. And that is the particular solution to our problem.